Okay, 50 minutes gone past the hour of 5. Time for us to push the conversation forward, and hopefully, despite the weather, because it's raining where I am, where my studio is located, somewhere in Obiakpo, despite the rains, we would be able to interact and have a quality conversation via the phone lines, of course. My guest that is supposed to join me would not be able to join me. I was supposed to have the NLC chairperson in River State, but is currently boarding the flight. We were supposed to have the engagement, but then his flight was delayed, and so he cannot be on the show. So you and I will do our best, and we'll talk about it. You and I will interact, and we'll talk for development. I am Kaladako Rubatabo. Hard Facts continues right now, and let's look at NLC's proposed indefinite strike. Okay, so last week we heard that on the 22nd of September, most likely, the 21-day ultimatum given to the federal government will expire. And once that expires, according to the union's Secretary General, it did say that it will embark on an indefinite strike pending when the government will meet the demands of labor. Now, remember that sometime last week, NLC went on a 2 days warning strike to remind the government that they have not done the needful and they need to do the needful. Now, in our 5 o'clock news update bulletin, I did start with the story that the Minister of Labour and Employment, Simon Lalong, says past industrial actions by labor unions have had adverse effects on the country's economy. The minister did state that the NLC and the leaders of, the leaders in government, the meeting that they will have today in Abuja is aimed at stopping organized labor from embarking on another industrial action. He appealed to the labor leaders to be realistic and frank in the discourse to ensure that whatever that they resolve will be for national interest. All right, so that is the current situation of things. I do believe that they are going into the meeting anytime from now. Maybe they're already in the meeting. However, you would remember that the reason why NLC did mention indefinite strike last week, Thursday was it, Friday was it, I cannot remember the exact day, but the reason why they mentioned, they claim, is because of the economic impact on Nigerians post-subsidy era. They also did claim that there is the shoddy manner in which these palliatives, when I say palliatives, you know what I'm talking about, the palliatives that have been reeled out, the shoddy manner in which they have been distributed. Now, we've seen in certain states where they have fought, in certain states they have claimed that it was not properly distributed. In River State, we've not heard much. We hear committees have been set up. Once again, I'm going to mention that. The few people we have interviewed, you had over the weekend someone from Kana local government area talking about it, saying he has not seen, he's heard that the palliatives have arrived and in somewhere in the council area, but the people in that community have not seen the palliatives in that local government area. We've also heard from someone in our west, when we were talking about the police and them not being aware of Cortis levy in that local government area, and the person said, see, even the palliatives they are yet to see in our west local government area. So we have heard stories like that, shoddy manner. But is it enough? Is it enough reason? Once again, I've asked this question before, and it's coming back to the fore. Is it enough reason for us to say we're going to shut down the economy, we're going to down tools, and so the economy is not going to be as buoyant, or is not going to work optimally as we want it to work? Is it enough reason? Yes, everybody is suffering, but could it be a sacrifice that we are making so that eventually we would have a better society, right? Are these the sacrifices? But if labor does go on strike, like the Minister of Labour and Employment has said, there is the possibility, a huge possibility, that it will worsen the already worse situation that we currently are going through. So what then can Labour do? Because Labour is really concerned. Labour is really concerned, from the body movement, from their threats and ultimatums. They're really concerned about the Nigerian worker, the Nigerian people, and that's why they have said, we need the strike. We need to put government on its toes. We need to down our tools so they can know that the people are going through a tough time. However, one would think, how best can we solve this problem? The people are suffering. Government says, give me time. We need to solve these problems that we are faced with. Inflation, 25.8% thereabout. Petrol may go up, given reports that we're seeing currently due to the international price of crude oil, $94. Naira to the dollar, 950 naira. I could go on with the indices, and Labour is saying this cannot go on. There's also the Nigerian people in the mix. It's a tripartite situation. There is also the Nigerian people who say, I don't know. I don't trust the government, but I don't trust Labour as well. And they're arguing. Labour, in recent times, they've said, "Oh, we'll go on strike. We'll go on strike," but they never do. And after a meeting with the government, they down whatever plans that they once had, and they leave the people hanging. The government, on the other hand, is saying, "Hey, trust us, give us a little bit of time." So which side do you think we should be on? And I know we're on the side of development. Remember, we don't just criticize here on the show because we've got the ability to criticize, or because we've got airtime to call. We criticize because it's necessary, and we contribute solutions after we criticize, right? So if you're going to call to criticize, I hope you're also going to back your criticism with the solution to the problem, because that's what my focus is. So by the end of our 3 hours of conversation, we go home and we say, okay, we had a productive day, and we, railed out solutions to the plethora of issues plaguing and bedeviling Nigeria as a country. Okay, time for me to open the phone lines, and God knows I'm praying that the phone lines are working right now. What do you think is the way forward? How do you think we can handle this? What do you think the government should do before Labour will claim that they are representing the people, will, shun their indefinite strike? What will be the impact of an indefinite strike in your estimation, where, of course, a lot of the things will not be working as it should be during an indefinite strike from Labour? How would that impact your business? How would it impact in your layman understanding? I really do wish the NLC chair was here to give us some more reasons as to why. But let's also look at it. Many weeks after the talk about palliatives being reeled out to the various states, the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, do you think there's been any change? Do you think it has helped the economic situation of Nigeria? So I'm looking at it from different fronts now, different prongs now. So I've talked about it from the angle of the federal government, the angle of Labour. I've talked about it from the angle of you, the people. And I'm now bringing it from the angle of palliatives. Has it in any way, solved the problem? 0817-923-0002. That's the first number to ring the studio with, and 0817-923-0003. We'll go for a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll take those calls. But just in case the phone lines are not working, let's do social media. Nigeria Info PH on Facebook, Nigeria Info PH on YouTube. We're both live there. And then we're active on X, Nigeria Info PH. You could drop those messages, just comments there. I read them if the phone lines are not working as it should. Even if it's working, I still read them. And then, of course, you can do WhatsApp as well, 0809 030 6416. Stay tuned.
3 Nigeria Info.
All right, 28 minutes gone past the hour of 5. In 2 minutes' time, it will be the headline news. So I will have to reel out the headlines that you should be expecting for the major news at 6. But while I'm waiting for that to happen, let's go straight and read some messages and get some people's thoughts. Remember, you can drop yours 0809 0306416. That's the WhatsApp number. Go there and drop those messages. This one says, greetings. I have said it before and I'll say it again that I am not in support of federal government palliatives. In my LGA, they are sharing 20 bags of rice in each of the ward, and I asked myself, what will 20 bags of rice do from Tango Ability at Twigbo? And then there goes the question, will these be able to, cushion in any way the impact of the petrol subsidy removal or the economic realities that we're being faced with in that community of yours, in that ward of yours? 20 bags of rice. How many people are living in that ward, and how many people are living in abject poverty? These are some of the statistics that we have to take into cognizance while we are arguing what we are arguing. All right, keep those calls coming in. Remember, I would first of all go for the headline news, and when I come back, I'll open the phone lines. Just stay tuned once again. WhatsApp messages, you go to the number 0809 0306416. Remember, we're live in Facebook, Nigeria Info PH. We're live in YouTube, Nigeria Info PH. And we're active on X, Nigeria Info PH. You can follow me personally on social media. Drop the conversations on my own pages. Nigeria, or rather, Dekalada is my handle, TheKalada. I've got Muriel. Muriel is calling from Okrika. Muriel, greetings to you. Welcome. My handle. Muriel, welcome.
Kalada, good evening.
Yeah, greetings.
You see, Kalada, looking at the government and the federal NLC, I just think we, the people, we are just left between the devil and the deep blue sea.
How do you mean? For
the federal government to still adopt this palliative method that failed woefully in the last administration. It was Buhari introduced it. And President Tinubu was here with us, and he saw that this approach failed woefully, and yet he still went ahead to adopt it. So what are their intentions? You see that really they are not even ready to even bring any relief They know that these things, what is happening now, this is exactly what will happen. And yet he adopted it.
So what do you...
Part,
okay, go ahead, Labour on the part here. Let's listen to you.
Labour on their own part. Look, if you want to flog a child, just flog this child once and for all and teach the child the lesson that you want the child to learn. You don't flog him 2 strokes and you go and sleep. You come back, you give him another 1 stroke, you go and sleep. You come back, what are you doing? Even the child will just think you're playing. So between Labour and federal government, today I don't think there's any hope on our part for the 2 of them. But for we people, if there's any approach, there's no way the people can come together and just adopt anything or say. So we're just looking at Labour left between the devil and the devil.
So what do you think? What do you think the solution should be? Yet again, they are in a meeting. They are in a meeting, and they're looking for possible solutions. What should it be? Because the palliatives, according to what you've said, it's not really impacting. So what then should Labour be demanding for, and what should be the offer from government that should be acceptable?
Look, Kalada, Labour, they are saying they need refiners, right? And they want payments that they want. What are that? You know, the demands are not really get clear to us, Kalada. Their demands. The only one I can remember is the refineries. But Kalada, I know that by December these refineries will not be functional.
Okay.
We just have 2 months to December.
Yeah.
So whatever Labour they are negotiating for, whatever, I don't know what they will hold, what the federal government will give them that they can bank on. Whatever the federal government, what assurances they are looking for that they want this refinery. But I know, Kalada, listening to so many persons coming on radio, even the independent market that's coming on radio to talk. I know that by December these refineries may not work. So Labour should begin to think of government accountable, because all these are meeting out, they come in into a meeting and they fall out, they go back and they fall out. It's just funny. In fact, I think it's just a child.
All right, thank you very much.
There's no hope on my part.
All right, thank you very much, Muriel. We have to be hopeful. We have to be. Keep those calls coming in. It's as even the palliatives won't reach the hands of the ordinary man, if at all. Just a few. The rest will be hijacked by the politicians in the state and LGA. We all know the kind of country we are in. Ewa Rejoice Oji from Awuda. Okay. Mr. Presenter, every right-thinking Nigerian should support the NLC. It is the only hope for common Nigerians. We have leaders who allocate fat salary to themselves and leave all Nigerians to suffer. Take a look at Senate President. How many convoys and how many cars, and those cars are not the least less than 50 million naira each. The rep Senate were accused of taking 100 million naira for their palliative. This is denied in the pages of newspaper and can't be challenged in court. I call on Nigerians for the strike until our leader reduce the fat salary and reduce the cost of governance and bring back petrol price to 18 naira per litre. Evangelist Nathaniel from Omok, River State. Lumba from Artillery, welcome.
I agree to Canada.
Yeah, welcome, please.
You see what you're talking about, palliative and Labour Congress and federal government and the finance and also on. Let me tell you something. I'll say this and I'll keep saying it. If anybody wants to do something for the people, the person's approach will show you. The day the president to make a broadcast about the issue of palliative and subsidy and all that, he did not mention refinery. That refinery was a result of Labour. Protest and other things that people say before you begin to talk about refinery. If anybody will think that there is a way that refinery will work, they better go think again because it's not going to work.
Fine, Lumba. I was very clear. I'm not going to dwell on the problem. I want the solution. So in your head, wait now, Lumba, wait. In your head, the refineries will not work. So that means we are in a precarious situation. So what should Labour be demanding, and what is the offer from the presidency that will be good enough? As simple as that.
That is what I'm saying. Even if that refinery works, will that thing still only protect us?
Yet again, we're not focused on. We're not focused.
He said even the modular refineries, they cannot even support them.
We're not focused on the problem once again. We're focused on the solution. What is the solution you're
The
preferring?
willingness is not there, my brother. That's the problem.
But
The
still
willingness to solve
prefer
problem
the
is not there.
solution. Prefer the solution nonetheless. What do you think the
God bless
solution
you.
is? You see, that's the problem. We complain without thinking the solutions. Obed from Port Harcourt. The phone lines are really crazy. But just keep trying. 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. This one says, I will support the NLC strike if it will yield solution, but I doubt a positive outcome. My reason is that the president is insensitive and lacks empathy for the suffering masses. The president and his cabinet are eating large and not concerned about the sufferings of the ordinary man. But then again, I'm asking you, what's the solution that you think the strike may yield? Have you thought about the impact on the already worse economy or the already ailing economy? What are your thoughts, really? I've got like 20 more minutes. Let's get your thoughts on these. Alabera is calling, and Alabera is calling from. Right, let's take the call. Hello.
Port Harcourt.
Yeah, Alabera from Port Harcourt. Welcome. Let's get what's on your mind, please.
Okay, quick one. Like
Yeah.
you said, concerning the refinery, everybody has already given up on the refinery issues. So for me, I think the best thing is if government can liaise these bunkering guys, instead of bombing them, they can arrange for them and make them useful in the sense that they can invest on the business, modify the business, and then at least for now we can. Maybe it can help.
So why do you think investing in coal-fired business will work, but investing in the refinery will not work? Where is that coming from? I want to understand it.
Okay, watch the European, the foreign countries.
Yeah.
They go into technologies.
Yeah.
Now, these people, I don't know how they manage it and get to this point, and they refine diesel, refine petrol, refine kerosene. Now, they have equipment they are using. And for me, instead of bombing them, that's for me, you are talking about solution. Instead of bombing them, the government can call them together and provide a solution, like giving them something. Okay, if you can get this idea to do it, if we invest and then you can improve on these things, and then it will make more sense to me. And then that way we can manage.
Elaborate. Now, let's say government sticks to these your solutions that you have ruled out. Would you be willing to wait for all of this to materialize? Because it's going to take 1, 2, 3 years, and the government has said give us 3 years, but Labour is going on strike already. So, what do you think they can offer Labour now that will be good enough for you? That's one question I'm asking.
What they can offer, I don't know what Labour demand is at the moment, because
forget what Labour has demanded. As a Nigerian, what do you think that they can offer Labour that will be good enough, looking at our current economic situation?
Good. They should just call Labour and tell them that this palliative, Labour should go and manage, because I know that every state has a Labour union. Labour should, and they have the Labour union in local government level, they have the Labour in state government. So they should give the Labour to go and run it. And let's see whether there will be complaint, because handing over to politicians, we know what will happen. At the end of the day, one particular, for instance, let's say River State, for instance, PDP is ruling. Of course, we know that majority of the 60 to 70% of people that will benefit from this state will be members of PDP. Let's not deceive ourselves. Because they will go down to leaders.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion, by the way. That's your opinion, but go ahead.
That's opinion. So for me, for solution to this, they should give it to the Labour Union. It will help a lot, because every has a Labour union.
But then again, what if Labour? I've got to let you go now at this point. But Alabera, what if Labour unions decide to give it to their own members? Have you thought about it from that angle as well? But thank you very much, Obed. Oh no, not again. We seem to be losing the connection with Obed all the time. But keep those calls coming still, nonetheless. 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. If the phone lines are terrible, then do messaging. WhatsApp preferably 0809 0306 or go on Facebook Nigerian for PH, we're live there, or go on YouTube Nigerian for PH, we're live there. Paul from Ogbogoro says, I can tell you categorically that there is a solution to subsidy, and this subsidy can be paid directly to consumers of petrol. If government wants to help the masses, then let subsidy be paid directly to consumers, and I do have a model for that. And I'm looking for a way the government can look into this document and see how practically it can be applied. Paul from Ogbogoro, what do you mean by pay? But anyways, this one says, Labour should give the government time to implement her plan. I support removal of subsidies. P from Port Harcourt. Okay. This one says, the funny part of these palliatives that they are sharing is only rice without beans, yam, noodles, and other food stuff. So they're sharing only rice. But we were told from the beginning that it's 5 trucks of rice to each state. So that shouldn't come as a surprise. It shouldn't come as a surprise to you. All right. All right. Interesting. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. I hate it when it rains because things like this happen. I'm not able to get calls as I should be getting, but we're going to try to wing it. Remember, you can send in your WhatsApp messages. I'm focused on WhatsApp right now. 0817 or 0809, I beg your pardon, 0306-416, or better still, go on Facebook and drop those comments and I'll read them. Nigerian for PH is the handle. This one says, Mr. Presenter, to prefer solution, it is first to make sure our refineries, all of them, work to full capacity, then reduce the fat salaries and the cost of governance, reduce the numbers of ministers, reduce the cost of fuel. Failure, the strike should go on and must be supported by all of Nigerians. But just in case the other two numbers that I've given you are not working, let's try another number. 0817 923 0007 and 0817 923 0009. Let's switch numbers now. 0817 923 0007 and 0817 923 0009. Let's get your thoughts and let's talk for development. Obed from Port Harcourt, welcome. What is on your mind? Greetings to you. Yeah.
Yes, Canada. I think if you look at the demand of labor, especially as it has to do with the refinery, fixing the refinery, if you look at that demand side by side, you understand that labor is in order. You understand? When the issue of this palliative started, Canada, I believe you are not alien to the word palliative, as it has to do with this country, how it goes and all. We are not at war. You understand? You only give palliative when people are at work. Maybe many have been displaced from their homes and all that.
I don't agree. I don't agree. In civilized countries, they give palliatives. Palliative is a term for welfare. They do welfare.
If you're able to compare the palliative what they give in snack land, considering to what we have here. How will you tell me that a family man, you give him a bucket of rice? How long will such family man eat that bucket of rice? You understand? I think in Nigerian system kind of government, we don't see palliative at all, because you cannot be able to accommodate everybody when it comes to palliative. Okay? Do the right thing. That is what people are demanding.
All right.
Do the right thing. You can't give them palliative and expect them to shut up and go about their business. In your news, what's your news? Increment is cooking. Even the lecturer, the VCs are coming out that if the school continues to run the way the institution feel are being paid, that school system are shut down. So this is what we are talking about.
All right.
You cannot be able, that cannot start, palliative cannot start it at all. Palliative is sectional.
All right then.
Now look at complaints coming from especially my state, the River State. You understand? Where even the sharing is not even going down well. Because the man in power decided to appoint his political party chairman to share the palliative. You understand? So I think we don't need palliative.
All right, Obed, thank you.
Is Nigeria going to die if our body finally come on screen?
All right, Obed, thank you very much. I've got to let you go. We're looking at the current situation, labor indefinite strike, and we are asking, what is the solution? Some say refineries, but fixing the refinery is not going to be today. So that means you have to give the government time, and that's what the government has asked for. 3 years, that's what they asked for. So what then is the need for the indefinite strike? Would it not worsen the situation of things? But I'm going to try taking another call now. Let's see. Is it possible? Hello.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, greetings to you. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
My name is Best.
Best, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
You know what Labour is pushing for? Labour is right.
Okay.
Do you know how many people that are suffering in the rural area? You people are in urban area. You don't know how people are suffering in the rural area. Just take a tour and then come to the rural areas. I'm calling you from the rural areas. Come and see how people are suffering. So if what Labour is fighting for is what we come to be, then it should be.
But okay, see, I already understand. I mean, I like the picture you're trying to paint, and I think I have a glimpse of it. And I'm asking, what then is the solution? Because yes, people are suffering, but if you go on strike, then there's a possibility that people will even suffer more. So what then is the solution to this difficulty? Because you go to the left problem, you go to the right problem. So
yes.
How do you think Labour should go about this? What can the government do? And the palliatives given, how has it impacted the poverty level in your community? These are the angles I'm looking at the conversation from.
Let's look at it in this palliative way. The palliative that they are giving, do you know that I said I'm not going to take it. I cannot take 10 cups of rice to suffer for 8 years.
Okay.
I cannot. And I even told my wife that she should never go out to take that thing.
So you're saying it's 10 cups of rice in your community?
I'm telling you.
What community is that?
Let me remain anonymous, please. I don't want to expose myself.
All right then. All right, you already called your name, but no problem. Okay then. All right, I get.
When I come in terms of if the government can agree to cut down the politicians to cut down their salaries, I think things will be better in this Nigeria.
All right then.
From the political class.
All right then. Thank you very much. Letan Barry from Bori, welcome. Letan Barry, greetings to you. What's on your mind, please?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Quickly, let's get your thoughts, please.
Yes. Looking at the palliative giving, to me, it looks very insulting to just bring something of that nature. You begin to put people online, and they will begin to queue up, look for 5 cups of rice. Kala, it is like
how did
resources mean no value to us.
Letan Barry,
taking us for granted, insulting us in this mode. I think we have complained to the federal government. The Labour too has complained. Don't bring this thing. Use this money to revamp our refinery. Because if fuel is being sold for 100 naira per litre, it will reduce.
Letan Barry, let me pause you now. Now, wait. You said first 5 cups of rice. How did you arrive at that figure? Secondly, You said fix the refineries, and something just popped in my head. If they were to fix the refineries, listen, it means that you would wait for a while. Now, government has said we are fixing the refineries. Then why are we all bothered? Why do we all want to go on strike? Why can't we wait for the deadline to come by, and then we say, oh, government, you promised us this deadline and it's not working, so we're going on strike. So what is all the imbroglio currently when we talk federal government and labor?
Canada.
Yeah.
You can imagine that the refinery we are even talking about to work in December, road linking to that refinery has not even been fixed.
Okay.
When is that going to be done? If we are hoping that the refinery is going to work, if we have to endure, how will trucks manage to get to the location where they can load and go back successful? It's another problem.
All right.
Now, the palliative I talk about that is very insulting is that now you send 800 bags of rice to a LGA. When in one LGA, we look at our voting strength in each of the wards, it's more than 10,000. And you're sending 800 bags to one LGA. Does it not look foolish?
All right. Let that marry. I've got to go now. Origi from Ogbogun, you've got 1 minute, so quickly, go straight to the point. Yeah.
Well, Nigeria is in country.
Oh, the network is.
In my community,
yeah,
they share 3 custard of ice of 100%.
3 custard of rice.
Hello?
3 custard of rice. Is that what you said?
3 custard of rice. I am coming from my family now to share the 3 custard of rice. In my family, we are 20 married men. 20 where I believe. And it's reaching me half cup of this in rice. Half cup of rice.
For more talk.
All right. Unfortunately, we've got to go. It's time for the commercial break. Stay tuned.
Get in on the action with Betano, your exciting destination